Did you know there is a deeper story behind James Vega being in charge of guarding Commander Shepard during their imprisonment? You'll find it all in the one-shot comic Mass Effect Conviction. In this video, I'll tell you a bit about the comic and then give recommendations on whether or not it's worth reading. For your convenience, this video is divided into chapters. Conviction is a very short story, so this video will feature zero spoilers and focus more on reading recommendations. If you've seen my other comics or novel reviews for the Mass Effect series, you may notice that this video doesn't have a mini review section with spoilers. If you're looking for my spoilery thoughts on the story in video form, leave a comment to let me know. Thanks for watching, and let's get into my reading recommendations for Mass Effect Conviction. Mass Effect Conviction is a short comic set after the events of the animated film Paragon Lost, and a few months before Mass Effect 3. It features story by Mac Walters, art by Eduardo Francisco, colors by Michael Atiyeh, and lettering by Michael Heisler. James Vega is struggling to cope with the decisions he made during a tough assignment, which had him defending a colony against a massive collector attack. He spends his days drinking and gambling on Omega, hiding from responsibility and his duty as an Alliance soldier. However, things take a turn when a surprise visitor arrives to give James the mission of a lifetime. Mass Effect Conviction is a fantastic short story. In only a handful of pages, it establishes impressive depth for its characters and setting, and helps explain some gaps in the timeline between Mass Effect 2 and 3. Admittedly, it isn't a pivotal piece of the franchise, so some folks may be more invested in reading it than others. With that in mind, here are a few recommendations and considerations I have if you're interested in checking out Conviction. The biggest draw for reading Conviction is that James Vega is the main character. As I've mentioned in my videos on the Homeworlds comic series and the animated film Paragon Lost, James is sadly only featured in one game, so players haven't had as much time to get to know the character as someone like Garrus or Tali. Stories like Conviction and the others I mentioned are so vital to fleshing out James as a character, and they excel at getting the audience to care so much more about him and his struggles. I won't go as far as to say that they are required reading, because James is enjoyable enough in Mass Effect 3 without having read these stories, but those who do check out Conviction will be rewarded with a more profound and engaging experience of his character when playing the game. Also, it goes without saying that fans of the character will enjoy reading this story. In my opinion, Conviction is best read after watching Paragon Lost, since this story takes place after the events of the film, acting as an epilogue of sorts. It's also best read before playing Mass Effect 3, because it serves as a compelling prologue to the game. Unfortunately, Conviction is not available to purchase on its own, so the best way to get a hold of this short story is by purchasing the Mass Effect Complete Comics Collection, which I generally recommend to all Mass Effect fans. Thanks for watching. If you end up checking out Conviction, please leave a comment to let me know what you think, and be sure to put appropriate spoiler warnings for your discussion. If you have any questions about the story or characters, please also feel free to comment below, and I'll try to answer them or get around to them in a future video. If you liked this video, be on the lookout for my coverage of the other Mass Effect novels and comic books. I also have several theory videos coming, so stay tuned. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.